toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Badgers will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Colorado's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap. And
oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Single back formation, and they give it to him.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line will have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. They'll go right back to the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Listen to this play. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. They'll try to power their way ahead. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Buffaloes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Right back to it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. He's got it on the move. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado!
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Badgers will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Touchdown, Buffs! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score a TD.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
And the Badgers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Badgers line up to punt it away. He might just try to kick it away from the return man because he housed the first one. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll go to the ground. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. 4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Hauls it in. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Back to pass, it's Landry. Fires to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Badgers will call on their punt team. He'll field it close to the 50. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Keeps looking downfield. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Right on target this time.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Got his man. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. This crowd knows when to bring it.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And the Buffaloes are flying down the field. The snap sets up to throw. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Buffaloes! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Looking downfield, it's Landry. Throws for the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. He'll do it himself. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The Badgers will hustle to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. On third and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete on the right side. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Only a couple there, and now staring at third and 8. Offense, quick tempo. On third down, he drops to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Badgers will punt this one away. He'll take it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Got the first down and still on his feet. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Colorado. Once he got some room, it was over.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass. Punts it out of the air. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it, and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buffs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive.
Found the seam on the left. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Badger!
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle.
35, Wisconsin, 7.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first... really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum. Don't do anything stupid here.
This time he's got it. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Hey, and quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
He's got it. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Buffaloes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because
he unleashes a long one. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update.
And the Buffaloes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
The Badgers send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Here's the handoff. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
The Buffaloes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback may change this route. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. Off the play fake on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's McCow. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Badgers look to do some damage in the red zone.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to pass. It's Landry. Grab near the sticks. It's McCow. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
Got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down.
That's a first down for the offense.
And the Buffaloes will line it up on 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Big 1st down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Unloads it left. He's got an open man. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They keep pushing forward. Now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's McCarty. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the 2nd half.
The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Badgers are on the move. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Can't get him to the ground. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. Hard running there. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Handoff to the lone back. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Under fire. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach.
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. A strike downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Colorado. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quick completion on the out route. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Badgers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. They bring the punter onto the field now. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. For the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to...
Touchdown, Badger! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Getting set for the point after.
For the extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Louisiana is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jake Delhomme and Brian Mitchell, this has not been a blowout today in Lafayette. They're up by 10 over James Madison. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got his man down the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Right on the money. At the 40, there he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. Looking to scramble. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. On the option. Now the toss. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, it's just give it time. It just keeps working. It's the slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice 1st down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great 2nd down opportunity.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the...
Breaks into the open. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. So now it's 2nd and long. Power football with the run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bink.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Inside the 50, the 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Bucks! The defense takes matters into its own hands. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.